Give me your assessment of where we are now, 36, 39 hours into this conflict.
Well, thanks again, Mark, for having me. I wish we had something else to speak about other than wars and threats of expansion of tension in the region. But unfortunately, this is probably the most dangerous escalation we've seen since the beginning of the Israeli genocide war against the Palestinian people in Gaza. I mean, again, as you mentioned, almost like 2 days after this escalation from the Israeli side has started, I don't think we are heading still at all towards de-escalation or a sign that both sides are close to kind of wrapping up. Language about what is to come. I mean, the Israeli side saying that the worst is yet to come. I mean, that even though the strike that the Israelis have dealt has been huge in terms of the losses of the Iranian military leadership and assets and nuclear scientists. But again, probably the Israelis say that they still have more surprises that are going to cause more damage to the Iranian side. But at the same time, the Iranians, I think, at least they managed yesterday, despite their heavy losses, to also break havoc within Israel itself through this barrage of missiles they fired at Tel Aviv. Again, it's all relative. I mean, again, within an Israeli context, all analysts would agree that Israel, throughout its history of almost 80 years, we're talking about 77 years, they haven't seen that kind of shelling of buildings within Tel Aviv itself, bringing the state of life in Israel in general to a halt. Almost everybody is close to the shelters, and the Iranians are threatening more. I mean, it's not like the showdown that happened in October and in November, in which things were wrapped up in almost like a day, with each side saying that the message has been delivered. But this time, the extent of the Israeli action is leaving little room but for the Iranian side not to retaliate. But at the same time, they still have to be very careful. Both sides, actually, Mark, have to be very careful. I mean, again, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu can easily threaten and say we're going to decapitate Iran, terminate all its military capabilities. But of course, everybody knows that this is impossible. I mean, Iran is a big country, and at the same time, there are some, kind of leverages in the Iranian hands that are not related very much to advanced weaponry. Simply closing down the Strait of Hormuz in the Arabian Gulf, where like 1/3 of the world trade oil trade that goes through, is enough to cause tremendous damage to the entire international community. You can just imagine what would happen if some of the American bases in the Gulf region get attacked by the Iranians, as some of the Iranian officials have been threatening, halting the oil trade, attacking American bases, getting America involved into the war directly. This is sounds like a nightmare scenario that hopefully, maybe, some of the wise people among all sides recognize they don't want to reach that level.